Welcome to Not Another Crime podcast. We have an extra special Thursday treat for you this Thursday because we have a returning guest. You guys absolutely loved, as we did, hearing from Wil Patterson, who was the man who spent time in jail and told us his story about that, how he got there, what prison was like and how he came out the other side. And we thought his life is not defined by his time spent in prison. So we wanted to welcome back Wil to tell us a story about another crime and be able to move on as you have done in your life. Welcome, Wil.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm going to be looking at you all day like a librarian because I've got reading glasses and I have to look over them and then at them like that. Like,
looks like you're being a bit judgmental with us at the moment. Everyone's quiet in the back.
I'm like Roz from Monsters Inc.
Perfect. And for anyone not watching on the YouTube, can I also point out that you've brought your notes for the story on a physical clipboard?
Oh,
and
yeah,
I'm
it's
obsessed
great.
with that.
Old school.
You look like a building inspector.
If you look over the glasses, we know there's something majorly wrong with the
that's
structure.
right. I don't like your dad joke.
Diggs also was so excited to see you that he nearly jumped off the balcony
gosh.
to come and
get
see you
to you.
quicker.
He climbed up on the highest thing and I was like, oh my God, he's going to
yeet
leap.
himself.
Yeah.
And
I'm
you'll
going to have to
see.
catch a very heavy dog.
Is there any
I
better
would not
feeling?
expect you to.
Is there any
I
better
would.
feeling though than when an animal recognises you and loves you? And
It's great, right? That's the
so
reason to go to a
beautiful.
party. Like,
Oh, yeah, the only
I'll be
reason.
Show
in
me
the
the
corner with the
dog.
dog. That's right. I know why Superman got so angry in the last film that they did because the guy hurt his dog.
How have you been since we saw you last?
Yeah, really amazing. Yeah, really good. Thank you. We've had some time together away on a trip. And
Yeah.
just
You and your
living
wife,
life.
not
my wife,
the
and
three
I.
of us.
Not the three of us.
We all
And-
went away together.
Yeah, that's right.
We
And
got along so well.
I do want to flag that this is a crime not about me as
Yes.
well.
Yeah.
My life is only defined by one.
Yeah.
These are multiple crimes. Yeah, no, I'm really good. And I heard about this story while we were over in the US and got obsessed with it and then thought, oh, I know the exact people that I need to tell this story to.
Amazing.
So today I'm going to tell you a story of intrigue and murder.
Ooh.
It includes two affairs, the dreams of a young woman from El Salvador, anonymous tips to the police, a fortunate garbage collection, and a disappearance that remained unsolved for 30 years.
30 years.
30 years. Today we're going to hear the story of Reyna Marroquin.
Wow. Oh my, it's even written a proper
I
intro.
know. It's actually incredible. First guest that has ever done this. This is amazing.
amazing.
We actually had Dilruk Jai sing a rock up recently and not bring anything to the table.
No.
And when I thought you were going to do one for me, and I was like, we had lunch and we
you
talked
didn't
about
tell
this.
Yeah, no, mate.
Now, if this is about a crime and murder in El Salvador?
It's about a murder in the United States, but the person, Reyna, is from El Salvador. So I thought I'd take you on a little tour of El Salvador because it's not a country a lot of people know much about. Do either of you know anything about it?
No.
No.
There you go.
Although
I'm going to
closed.
sound like a genius.
I've got a little taste of it.
Yes, you have. Because the first thing I wanted to do when I was thinking about what to tell you about was El Salvador was to tell you about the food and the drinks. So
Yep.
I did bring a little treat with me today, which is called a rum chata. So it's you've got it in the Moscow
goblet.
Mule glasses.
You've really taken the title of Thursday treat and just leveled that up.
Made it really
We've got an
serious.
actual treat.
Also say when we're going to do this podcast a lot earlier in the day, you did say, is it too early for sparkling wine?
Yeah, I
and I was
did.
like, it's called a mimosa.
Yeah, no.
Please,
Please, we're
You just put some
professionals.
orange, we'll wave some orange juice over the top of it, and it's a mimosa.
What,
Please.
can you tell us about the rum
So,
chata?
horchata is a drink that you can get everywhere in South America and Central America, from Mexico all the way down to Argentina. But the Salvadorian horchata is different because most of them are just made with a rice meal, like a powdered rice that you add to milk or water. The Salvadorian one's made with mostly pumpkin seed and then a little bit of rice as well. So it's got a different flavour. To me, it tastes a bit nuttier.
Yeah, it does.
Horchata is quite cinnamony.
Yeah, that's right. And
What's
this
fun
one's
to
less.
say? Cinnamony.
Cinnamony.
Oh, isn't that fun?
That is fun.
Yeah.
Hey,
I wonder if
you're
there's
fun.
another word for that, if there's a synonym.
Synonym. Oh, that's good.
God is
God, you're
good.
good. That's our first ad break.
God is good. Take you to a song.
Yeah, we'll be back.
That was Fix You by Coldplay.
And then this one's got milk, so it's got oat milk, and it's also got a shot of rum because that's what makes it a rum chata, not an horchata. And
Yes.
I was introduced to this drink in El Salvador, and we were having this, and we were eating their national dish, which is the most delicious thing. Christina told me that you guys have to come over and eat it because she makes it. It's called pupusas.
Love to.
And what it is it's a corn tortilla, which is quite thick, and they stuff it with beans and cheese.
Oh my God.
And then they fry it until like the the tortilla's cracking a little bit and the cheese comes out and cooks a little bit, and then you put it on a plate and you have like a pickled coleslaw with it that's called curtido and a salsa, and it's just like
Yum.
it is one of the world's great foods.
Yeah.
Seriously, and it's a street food, right?
How are your bowels after that?
No, it's all good.
It's all good.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Stop worrying about his bowels so much.
yeah, thanks.
I'm always worried about Will's bowels, you know that.
When I
Text me all the time.
when I was
Checking in. Yes, I've pooed today, Georgia. Leave me alone.
when I was in a different house a while ago in Kensington, when you came over there, I remember you telling me about the best restaurant around the corner, and I had
this
no
was gonna be a
idea
bowel
about
story.
it. No, it's not a bowel story. We're moving away from that, and it really was
It's a Mexican.
Mexican, yeah.
It's called.
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
It's
So good, yes, so
super
good.
authentic. Yeah,
Super authentic,
delicious.
yeah.
So the food's good in El Salvador. It's
Yeah.
really, really good. These are some other Salvadorian facts. It's got some of the best surf beaches in the world.
Oh, wow.
It's the only Central American country with a coastline only on the Pacific. Everywhere else has both the Pacific and the Atlantic. Its population is basically the same size as Victoria, about 6.5 million.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
But Victoria is 11 times bigger.
wow.
So it's tiny. It's a tiny little country.
Wow.
If you, when I was first dating Christina, we drove down to the 12 Apostles, which is everybody from overseas wants to go.
I know,
Those
I know.
Stupid
It's so
rocks.
far away.
Yeah,
And
just
they're
look at Federation Square.
rocks. I've got rocks in my garden.
I can show you rocks.
There's not 12. There were
Got rocks
never
at
12.
home.
Right?
Don't need to go to the 12
That's
apostles.
right.
We've got rocks at
Got
home.
rocks at home. But we talked about if we had done that drive from where she lived in San Salvador, in the capital, in a straight line to get to the rocks, we would have gone through. We would have gone through 2 countries.
Whoa.
That's the size of Central
Wow.
America
Oh,
compared
wow.
to.
Isn't that insane when you think about it? How dense other places are other than Australia.
Well, even like a friend who lives in London said she just went to Paris on the weekend.
Yeah.
Like, and not went like.
I can get
just
to
went
Frankston
for
in
the
2
weekend.
hours.
Yeah.
Just got a train to Paris.
Sure, do that.
Yeah.
So some other Salvadorian facts. Victoria has approximately 20,000 Salvadorian residents, and Australia is home to the 3rd largest community of Salvadorians living abroad.
Oh, wow.
Which is mostly because of the civil war that was started in the 1980s and lasted for about 12 years. A lot of people escaped the country at that time and went either to Canada, the US, or Australia.
Wow.
So there you go. And the largest contributor to the economy in El Salvador is remittances. So that's when people work in another country but they send money home to their family.
Oh,
That's actually the
wow.
largest, So there's a lot of very hardworking Salvadorians around the world
Wow.
who send money home. And our friend Reyna was one of them.
Wow.
So let me tell you her story.
Please.
I just have to actually...
You get the paper flipping. That's
The
so
actual-
good.
It's so good. It's actually such a good sound, isn't it? Because
Yeah.
we just have the iPad and there's no sound. We should have a sound effect now.
Oh, actually, before I start the story, right now I'm writing a novel that's set in El Salvador.
Oh,
And I wrote a little bit to try and describe what the city is like.
Amazing.
So I'm going to read that to you. But it's written a novel, right? So it's got a person whose name's Ben in it. Okay. How to describe San Salvador. To Ben, it seemed like the people were in a delicate balance with nature. Nature was closer here, reminding the occupants of the country that she was powerful and everlasting, whereas their presence was fleeting. Ben was used to the carefully landscaped backyards of Australia, planned out with plants positioned for aesthetic. Even the verges of the highways were manicured, not so here. Nature crept inexorably to the very edge of the blacktop of the road. In 1,000 shades of green, nature marched forward in a constant battle against the humans and their wretched machines. Even in the private yards which blossomed behind huge concrete walls topped with razor wire, it felt like nature was winning the battle. If you looked carefully, bromeliads and ferns were clinging to cracks in walls and attaching themselves limpet-like to tree branches. Small vines crept out from under bushes and crept across paving stones to find purchase and climb wherever they could. Then there was the weather. When it rained, it poured, it pounded the ground, lashing the city with wave after wave. The rain came with an overwhelming cacophony of thunder and huge crackling bolts of lightning. It felt angry, determined to wash away the city. When the sun shone, it shone with vigour, drying out the nighttime deluge and providing the plants the fuel they needed to continue their march. It felt to Ben like they were closer to the sun, closer to a constant reminder of how small they really were. The city was watched over by volcanoes, and shaken regularly by earthquakes. And yet in the midst of all this, the people smiled. They were welcoming, kind, generous. In every corner the locals looked, and they were smiling. An unkind person might dismiss San Salvador as overgrown third world or run down. Ben didn't think that. He thought it was beautiful, a witness to the tenacity of humanity and the ferocity of nature. He was falling in love with the city and falling fast.
Oh, wow.
I love
That's
that.
beautiful. God, you're a good writer.
Yeah, you're going to have to
thanks.
tell us about the book after this story. Because I want to know when you're, and I know that you're working on other things as well. So we need to get into some of the things that you're working on at the end. I want to hear this
So
story.
we've all got a
though.
beautiful picture
Beautiful
of
Of San Salvador. It is a beautiful city. It's just amazing. Okay, so here's the story. So Reyna Angelica Marroquin was born in El Salvador on December 2nd, 1941. She grew up in San Martin, which is a suburb of the capital, San Salvador. In the 1940s, El Salvador was a beautiful country being led by a military dictator. The economy was primarily driven by the cultivation and export of coffee, and most average Salvadorians worked either on the plantations or for the plantation owners. Reyna's mother, Ercilia, worked as a maid for a wealthy coffee family at their home in the capital, and she would sometimes take her young daughter to work with her. Reyna was said to have loved the colourful clothes of the wealthy homeowner and her friends. Reyna's mother explained that her bosses were always kind with her daughter, and Reyna developed a love for clothing and fashion. She was a girl with a dream in her heart, Ercilia said. She would tell me, I'm going to be somebody. Someday, people will remember me.
Foreshadowing.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, a little sound effect.
Just a little bit. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
Reyna married young, but sadly, after they had been married for less than a year, her husband revealed not only he had been having an affair, but the woman was pregnant, and he intended to leave Reyna and marry the pregnant girl.
Oh, wow.
Reyna found herself divorced at 25 years old and with very few prospects in an extremely conservative Catholic country.
Oh.
Somebody who's been divorced before is...
And also that, like, in the 40s as well.
Correct.
Like, very uncommon and yeah.
Somehow it would have been her fault.
Sure.
Yeah.
She had some money saved and decided it was enough to move to the United States to try and start a new life with the dream of working in the fashion industry.
Oh.
Wow.
She left El Salvador. That's the problem with paper.
It sounds great, though. Don't worry.
Yeah, don't worry. She left El Salvador in August 1966 and found herself in New York City. She lived in a Catholic home for women, and to fund her dream, she took several different jobs, including working as a nanny, while she was studying English and fashion in the evening.
Wow, that's so scary to be there.
Where
also.
in New York was she a nanny? Please tell me it was Flushing, Queens.
Kicked out on a
Because her
Sunday.
boyfriend kicked her out, one of those crushing scenes.
She did too. Oh,
What was she
She's
to
been a
do? Where was
wealthy
she to
Broadway
go?
producer. Don't worry about that.
Just going to meet one. It'll be lovely.
Don't
Don't
worry.
worry.
Lovely. Don't worry about it.
Reyna's friend and English teacher, Kathy, told CBS in 2000 that she was fascinated by New York. She was so happy to be here. She was full of life, eager to learn. She was very anxious to become a citizen because she loved this country very much.
Right. But it's so scary as well to be there at that time, not speaking much English as well, and working in the fashion world. That's wild.
Yep, I know. In 1968, at 27 years old, she gained a job at Melrose Plastics on East 34th Street in Manhattan. Melrose Plastics made many different plastic products, and Reyna worked in the part of the factory that made artificial flowers.
Like Jenny. Jenny makes fake flowers.
That's right.
Jenny's from the castle.
Jenny or microwave Jenny? I don't know which one
Microwave
you're talking
Jenny.
about.
Microwave Jenny.
Not Jenny. Oh man, I just hope you've got international listeners that have no idea.
no,
I know.
Yeah, like, I
Jenny,
love-
Jenny or microwave Jenny?
I was watching a reel the other day of Keith Urban, and he was singing in a bar in Austin, and he just said, "Let's see how many Australians are in the crowd tonight." And he's saying, "Am I ever gonna see your face again?" It
No
was
way, get fucked, fuck off.
And then he's like, "There are a whole lot of people from Austin here that are super confused."
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
because all
like
the
yeah.
Aussies in the crowd just did that.
Yeah, Asian
yeah.
Australians screaming out, fuck off.
So Reyna was a hard worker who was well liked by her colleagues. She soon caught the eye of Howard Elkins, the 39-year-old manager and owner of Melrose Plastics. Howard took to visiting the shop floor during the day to speak with Reyna to find out her interests. He learned that she enjoyed visiting museums on her days off. She loved studying English and her fashion studies, and she dreamed of being a fashion designer. Despite being married with 3 children, Howard started taking Reyna to events on the weekends and quickly started an affair with her. Other workers at the factory knew the open secret that Reyna and the boss were having an affair, but one was quoted in an article in the New York Times saying, He didn't give her any special treatment at work, so nobody minded too much.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Like, never mind the fact that there's a 39-year-old owner of the factory taking advantage.
Yeah.
Exactly.
20-something-year-old.
And the wife at home.
And the wife at home. Never mind that, right?
And not even
No
not
special
giving,
treatment.
Not
Don't worry
giving
about
her
it.
special treatment, I feel like makes it worse. She should get special treatment if she's sleeping with him.
I would have thought.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You get to
Not
make
kicking
the
down on her
today.
fanny, but she's
Yeah,
should
yeah.
deserve something.
Yeah, I'm not sure what special treatment would be in an
No.
artificial flower factory.
That's true.
Long lunch breaks,
Well, that's true.
Maybe,
That's
yeah.
a nice way to think about it.
an early minute.
Yeah, maybe.
Nice.
Just make the plastic
Fewer
flowers
hours?
without the thorns.
Oh, good idea.
4 day
Good
week?
call. Good call.
Yeah, just make the lilies. I like it. In 1968, Reyna confided to her friend Kathy that she'd been seeing a married man and that she was pregnant.
Oh.
Perhaps recalling the way her marriage in El Salvador had ended, she told Kathy with hope in her eyes that the man had promised he was ready to leave his family and marry her.
Oh, don't they all? Actually, except her ex, to
Yeah,
be fair.
yeah, that's right. Yeah. No, I guess they don't.
Hang
all.
on.
No, hang on.
Hang on, I'm
Not
wrong.
all of them.
Right, I'll take that one back.
Although she did not admit it to Kathy, the name of the man she was having an affair with, Kathy told the investigators later that it was not a secret that Reyna and Howard were an item.
Wow. As long as she wasn't getting special treatment at work, that's all we care
That's
about.
that's the
Yeah.
main thing.
That's
Sounds
the
like
main
she's
the
getting
main
special
thing,
treatment at home, though. Am I right?
You're so right. Good on you, girl.
Right? Yeah.
Thank you.
Good on you, girl.
Good on you,
Good
girl.
on you, girl.
Why'd you
Good one.
say that?
That's it.
That was
'cause
funny.
We're supporters in this.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Thank you. Yeah, the girls.
We're feminists.
Yeah, we're allies.
After a few weeks of promises and Howard becoming more distant, Reyna became concerned that Howard was not, in fact, going to leave his wife. And one night, while sitting alone in her small apartment where she now lived, she made a brave and possibly dangerous decision. Reyna had found the phone number of Howard's family home,
Oh, wow.
and she called the number, knowing that he was at a business dinner and that his wife Ruth would answer the call.
This is huge. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I'm nervous.
When Ruth picked up, Reyna explained breathlessly who she was and admitted to the affair. And to the shocked Ruth, she told her that she was pregnant with Howard's child. She quickly ended the phone call, and the next morning, racked with fear and guilt, she decided not to go to work. Instead, she contacted her friend and English teacher Kathy, and they met for a coffee. Reyna admitted to Kathy what she had done and that she was fearful of how Howard might react, telling Kathy she knew Howard could be vengeful.
Wow.
Reyna confided to her friend that she had money saved and thought she may have to return home to El Salvador to avoid Howard's wrath.
Oh, God.
Several days later, Reyna had not been heard from at work.
Oh.
Kathy went to her small apartment in New York but found it empty. She assumed that Reyna had done as she had spoken of and returned home to El Salvador, but she couldn't shake the nagging feeling that something dreadful may
Yeah,
have
especially when she
no.
said that as well. She's already said that about Howard. It is
Yeah.
such a, it's such an interesting thing as well because it kind of felt like I thought that she wanted to be with Howard and that was the only reason she was going to tell the wife. But I feel like that Catholic guilt as well must have been eating away at her and saying, well, she needs to know and obviously Howard's not going to say
Yeah,
that.
and maybe anger as well.
Yeah,
Like going,
yeah.
well, I'm going to destroy his life then.
Yeah.
If he's not going to be with me.
Exactly,
I want what that lady got in El
Yeah,
Salvador, right?
exactly.
That's what I
Yeah.
want. So I want to push
Yeah.
to try and end up with that
Yes.
because I deserve that because somebody else got that.
Yeah.
Who knows?
But then it's interesting as well because on the flip side of that, she knows what it feels like to be the
other
person.
woman. The other
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh, I don't like this.
So
I like it. I like what you're doing.
Sorry.
I
love
like it a
your-
lot. I like it.
You're telling it beautifully. It's not on you. Sammy, he's not coming back.
And the sec digs on him. Kathy attended the local police station and asked to file a missing persons report. The police briefly questioned Kathy, and once they realised that she was not a relative and she had no way of verifying if Reyna was pregnant, let alone who the father was, the police told her that she would not be allowed to file a report.
What?
Oh, what?
Nope. Sorry, you're not a relative. You can't name the man who you're saying got her pregnant.
Wow.
You're not,
Not
allowed
enough
to file
details
missing.
to-
Not enough details.
Sneezed in disgust.
She's not missing. Wasn't allowed to file a police report.
So if someone is living in a city with no family, they can't be reported missing?
In the 1950s.
60s, yeah, I guess you're right.
60s.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
that's terrible, isn't it?
Yeah.
And also, the reason behind why she thinks she's missing is not proof or disproof that she's missing.
No,
one's
yeah,
heard
yeah.
from her in days. She's missing.
She's
missing,
missing.
yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
They were not feminists, were they?
No,
not
When
like you
LA's
two.
like us.
Not like
police
you
boys. Not like you two's boys.
Nah,
Good on you, boys.
good on you, boys.
Good on you, boys. Us saying it is so
Weird.
funny. The guy's saying, good on you, boys.
Yeah. Well done, lads. Gather around, lads. Well done.
Lads. We had 2 sips of rum and listened
I know.
To us,
Fuck midday.
This rum charter stuff, it's bad. All right, meanwhile, back in El Salvador, it was early 1969 and Reyna's mother, Acelia, was becoming concerned as she had not received a letter or phone call from her daughter in several weeks.
Oh.
She had no way to contact Reyna. The phone number she had was no longer connected, and she did not know where her daughter worked or any of her friends. As time went on, there was still no word. Acelia became more worried, even dreaming of her daughter being, quote, confined somewhere and unable to contact me.
Oh, God.
Foreshadowing.
Shadowing again.
He's good.
Since this was a time well before the modern internet or phone connections, Kathy and Acelia, 2 women on opposite sides of the continent, worried about the same missing girl but had no idea the other existed.
Oh.
Wow.
Or was just as worried. And while Kathy made the assumption that Reyna had returned home, Acelia remained worried about her daughter and simply prayed for her safe return.
Oh, God, that I
It'd be
just can't imagine.
heartbreaking. Not knowing any details about where she works, any of her friends or connections over there. It's so scary.
Oh.
Reyna's disappearance was never investigated. Despite the fact that the affair was an open secret, Howard was never questioned. And over time, people's memories of Reyna faded.
Oh, my God.
And that's the end of the story.
Oh,
Yeah, and what a good job you've done.
out.
I liked it.
Get
I
out.
liked it. We're like Margaret and David. We
You
have
can
different
leave the
opinions.
rum.
Get out.
Get out. Go on, get.
Go on.
Go on, you boys. Go on. Go on, you boys.
Oh, dear. Even Diggs is ashamed of
I know.
himself.
He just curled himself up in a little ball on the couch in shame.
Oh, God. In 1972, Howard sold Melrose Plastics, along with his family home in Manhattan and his summer home in Jericho, Long Island. And he and Ruth retired to Boca Raton in Florida.
I think it's pronounced Long Island.
Long
Long
Island.
Island.
Long
But so they
Island.
stayed together even though she found out about the affair and everything.
It would seem so, yeah.
Yeah.
This affluent community was made up of townhouses and golf courses, and Howard was well liked amongst his neighbours. One neighbour said he was
Not
a
by
big,
me.
bearded, jovial man who was very active in the community and a social scene, and another said he was a very sociable, open fellow. Judith Eben bought Howard's Long Island home in 1972, and after enjoying it as a family vacation home for many years, sold it to Ronald Cohen.
Oh, I feel like... Oh,
Ronald used the Long Island home as his permanent residence and lived there until deciding to sell in 1999.
oh, wow.
1999. Right. Okay. Yeah.
Yep. Now we're up to the internet.
Oh, okay.
Just
Welcome,
before,
internet.
Yeah.
Just before the Y2K bug
Exactly.
Yeah.
ended the world.
End of the world.
Sad.
Just
Sad it ended like that.
that year that Prince wrote the song about.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful song. We'll play it now. The whole thing.
We'll be right back with traffic after this.
Georgia could do that from a chopper. If you want.
I will.
From a chopper.
Pop in mine.
In late
Billy Bishop
August.
star.
In late
That's another
August.
Billy Joel song.
It is. Yeah.
There you go.
There you
we were
go.
talking about that.
Talking
Was off
about
mic.
before the
That was off
Yeah.
mic.
It's like for some reason, people going, when did they reference Billy
Billy
Joel
Joel.
once? That's not a Billy Joel song.
You know what we're going to do now? We're going to reference Billy Joel again so Sammy can't cut it out.
Yeah.
Ah, perfect. Stitch him up.
Yeah.
And I've just left my mic on. There's nothing of anyone else. Just occasionally going, wow. Oh, nice.
Nice one, boys.
Nice one, boy.
Good one, boys. In late August 1999, Ronald had sold his home and he was preparing to move. He was cleaning out everything for the new owners, including clearing out a crawl space under the house.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
There were many different types of junk down there, which he assumed had been left by previous owners, including a barrel, which had been in the crawl space the whole time Ronald had owned the home.
Oh, God.
Barrel just sitting there.
He didn't know what was in the barrel, and he never tried to open it because, quote, it had chemical warning stickers on it.
Oh.
Also, I wouldn't
And
if
that's
I
the end of the
owned
story.
if I owned a property and had like a barrel that had chemicals on it. I'd be a little bit worried about that.
Yeah.
But it's in the crawl space, not
Yeah,
like,
that's
not
true.
like an
Yeah,
attic. So
yeah.
it just was never gone in there before, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, Toxic Avenger, like... that.
Yeah, it's gonna become a superhero.
Yeah, crazy one.
That's what I'm thinking too. Good on you, boys.
Good on you, boys. Ronald and his son moved the barrel up to the front nature strip and left it with other junk to be collected by the garbage men.
Oh, God.
On September 2nd, 1999, Ronald noticed a note on the barrel from the garbage men which said they had been unable to collect the barrel because it was too heavy.
Oh, no.
He decided that before he dealt with the barrel, it was time to find out what was inside. He grabbed a crowbar and prized off the lid. Once he cracked the lid, a terrible, noxious smell emerged, and the first thing he saw was a human foot and a lady's shoe.
Oh, God.
Also, like this, Howard has taken this barrel all the way.
To Long
With him.
Island.
This is wild.
No, he might have taken her to Long Island. It was his house.
Oh, his house before. Sorry.
His
I thought he
holiday home.
moved there when. Okay,
No, this was
sorry.
his holiday
Yeah,
home.
his holiday home.
Okay, right.
So he said, meet me there. I'm leaving my wife.
You reckon that's what he did?
Absolutely.
Let's find out.
Oh, sorry. I do this to Sammy all the time. I start guessing or asking questions. He's like, listen to the fucking story.
Yeah. The authorities were immediately called and took the barrel away for forensic testing. Inside, they found an intact, mummified body of a woman.
What?
Also in the barrel were plastic pellets of the kind used by plastic manufacturing companies.
Bum, bum, bum.
A lady's purse that contained an almost destroyed address book
Almost destroyed.
and a small section of artificial plastic flowers. The pellets were of a particular chemical makeup and a peculiar green colour, which had leached into the mummified body, almost making it look like it glowed.
Oh,
And
God,
I haven't
that's
written this
so-
down, but they said because of the chemicals that were in the pellets, that's what they think mummified the body. The police determined that the woman in the barrel was white or Hispanic, approximately 5 feet tall, and that she had died from blunt force trauma. There was 10 different injuries to both the front and the back of the woman's head.
God.
Oh, God.
That's brutal.
Brutal. When they x-rayed the mummified body, the authorities were shocked to discover she was pregnant. The infant was male, and based on the length, she'd been approximately 6 months pregnant when she was killed.
Oh, God. So even the fetus has
Mummified.
been
Yeah.
far out.
It's a horrible story. I think you're doing a great job, but I think it's a horrible story.
Yeah.
We're getting to the paragraph that's got my favourite sentence in it of the
Great,
whole story.
great.
Okay.
I do this to G sometimes as well, and then she goes.
There's a
"I didn't
truck
like that."
reversing, I think,
Oh, okay,
into the building.
Into the building. Diggs going to attack
Isn't
it.
that a
Don't
Billy
worry
Joel song?
There you go. You did it again. Damn it! We can't cut it.
The old truck reversing into the building song. We all know and love
We
it.
all know and love it. Play it now.
Authorities had no way of knowing who this poor woman was, and the only hope they had to possibly identify her was the purse and notebook, which were almost destroyed.
Wow.
The items were placed in a forensic drying case for several days, then examined with a video spectral comparator.
Sure, I've got one at home.
Yep,
VS.
a VSC.
Oh, I
VSC.
don't know why in my head I thought that might have been VCR.
Oh, you're going to miss yeah.
Old school, you pop it in there. One of the ones that where it pops up like that.
Yeah.
A Betamax it was.
Yeah, very cool.
Under the infrared light, some of the deteriorated address book was legible. Investigators were able to extract several phone numbers and names.
Wow.
But since the book was now 30 years old, all the people had long since moved.
Oh.
Not willing to give up, the investigators turned their attention to the barrel itself. The coded numbers on the drum led to a chemical company in New Jersey. The barrel was made in 1965 and sold to a plastics company called Melrose Plastics, which was owned at the time by Howard Elkins, who also happened to be the previous owner of the Long Island home.
Incredible. Okay.
This is amazing detective work.
They also discovered the
Say your
plastic...
lucky story. Tell him your lucky story.
I like your
Because you're
story.
going to keep me out before. Come on, mate.
Tell him your lucky story. Good on you, boys.
Say thank you.
Hey, good on you, boys. That's all.
Say good on you, boys. That's all.
Good on you,
boys.
It reminds me of Letterkenny so much. What you're doing with that.
Say good on you, boys.
One of the,
Hey, good on
that's
you,
such
boys.
a funny show.
So
too.
good.
Yeah. They also discovered the plastic pellets found in the barrel were of a type used to make artificial flowers, and that the green dye in the pellets was unique to making plastic flowers, and it had not been used since 1971.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, we're getting there.
An article was published in the New York Times by Oscar Corral, and we want to remember Oscar. He's a good bloke. He's not a garbage man.
He's not a guy.
Some
Oh,
of
the
people
other
in
Oscar,
here
other
are
New
garbage
York.
men.
Okay.
The other Oscar from New York lives in a trash can. Is
Yeah,
that what
he
you were
does.
getting
He
with?
does
Yeah.
too. Oh my God, no, it wasn't. But
Sesame
that's
Street. That's
hilarious.
so funny. I thought that's where you were going as well.
That is
Were you
not
talking
what I
about
thought.
that grizzly monster. That's
I
always
just
angry.
thought that the
Grouchy
barrel
monster.
was found by
Grouchy,
garbage
sorry.
men, and Howard is a garbage
He's a
man.
garbage man.
That's what
And
I thought.
Oscar.
Oscar the Grouch, of course.
He's famous
That's
New Yorker.
excellent. Good one.
Famous
If I
New
could
Yorker.
reach you, I would high five you.
Thank you so
That
much.
was great.
We'll now go to a Billy Joel song. This is We Didn't Start the Fire.
I like the truck backing up song.
Oh, was that a garbage truck?
Do, 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 like that. There you go. That's where it comes from. An article was published in the New York Times by Oscar Corral about the woman's body found in a barrel in Jericho, Long Island. As the investigation continued, an anonymous person called the police after reading the article in the New York Times.
They're not anonymous if they're called the police.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
Hello, my name's police, but I'd like you
Something
to
like
keep
that.
me anonymous.
We'll work on that
Yeah, that's
later.
good, that's good
Anonymous,
too.
like the people that go to the Alcoholics Anonymous in jail are, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
All people attending Alcoholics Anonymous, please walk to the gym now.
He's very good.
This person said that he didn't know the name of the body in the barrel, but he did know that Howard Elkins had owned the house and that Howard had been having an affair with a Hispanic woman who worked at the factory in the late 1960s.
Yes, good on you.
This, combined with the information about the barrel itself, was enough for investigators to consider Howard a suspect, and they travelled to Florida to interview him.
Wow.
Howard, in the investigators' words, was not very helpful. He denied using those types of barrels. He denied using the chemical. And so investigators were very surprised when they asked, did you ever have an affair with one of your employees? And Howard answered simply yes.
Probably thought that's something that could easily get
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
So many people
And his
knew.
wife knew as well,
Of
so, yeah.
course.
They asked her name. I don't recall.
Oh,
She said,
fuck off. Sorry.
Fuck off.
I'm so sorry.
No, I'm with you. Don't worry. That is 100% the appropriate response.
Bad on you, boys.
Yeah.
You're bad on you, boys.
Was she Hispanic? It was 30 years ago, was his
Oh,
response.
gross.
God.
Was she short or tall? I don't remember.
Oh, gross.
The investigators asked for a DNA swab, which of course Howard refused. As they were leaving, one policeman turned to him and said, we're going to get a court order.
Yeah.
Then we're going to come back here and get a sample of your blood. We're going to match that to the baby of that dead girl and we're going to put you in jail for the rest of your life.
Of course. I forgot about the baby for a minute. They can do DNA.
Yeah,
Bless
of course.
Bless that policeman.
Yeah.
Oh,
Meantime,
we're back to good on your boys.
good on you guys. Meantime, work continued on the address book. Incredibly, the police were able to find a social security number, which linked them to a name, Reyna Angelica Marroquin.
Yay!
Right after this, they had another stroke of luck. When
Not
the old
luck. It's not luck. That's good detective work.
It is. When the old phone number one of the old phone numbers was answered by a person who still lived at the same house. Reyna's friend and former English teacher,
Kathy!
No, Kathy.
Yeah, the girls!
Go.
The girls.
Go,
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 girls.
go,
You go,
girls.
Man, I feel like a woman. Now, some of the research from this story comes from an episode of Forensic Files where Kathy was interviewed. In the episode, she claims that as soon as the police told her the reason for the call, she knew that the body they had found was her friend Reyna Marroquin. She recalls that through tears, she told the police everything she knew, including pointing out to them the fact that they refused to take her missing persons report 30
good.
years before.
Yeah.
After interviewing Kathy, the police were finally sure of the name of the victim. They had a witness with information about the affair, so the police prepared to return and arrest Howard Elkins, who had one more surprise for them.
God.
Let's fucking go.
This guy. Let's go back to Oscar the Grouch.
Following the police's visit on the September the 10th, Howard left the house and drove to Walmart, where he purchased a shotgun and some ammunition. He drove home and parked his car in the neighbour's garage.
What?
Howard then moved into the back seat of the vehicle and fatally shot himself in the head.
Oh, you gutless prick.
Why he chose this course of action, we do not know, and why he chose to park in his neighbour's garage, we're also not sure of, but one of his friends commented that he was probably trying to make sure it was not his wife who would be the one to find him.
It's his neighbours.
Oh, what a kind guy.
Yeah.
No, come on. Like,
Love thy
that's
neighbour.
sweet.
Yeah. Don't forget that.
Bad on you, boys.
Bad on this boy.
Bad on you, boy.
Police took DNA samples from the scene and were able to prove that Howard was the father of Reyna's unborn baby. Police theorised that in 1968, Howard had lured Reyna to the plastics factory, likely argued with her about the phone call to his wife, and bashed her about the head in a fit of anger. Then, assuming she was dead, he stuffed her into a barrel. Sadly, the investigation showed that there had been active bleeding in Reyna's head wounds after being stuffed in the barrel, and it was likely that she died of a combination of suffocation and her.
Oh, God.
Horrific.
Oh, God.
Howard then loaded the barrel into a car, took it to his summer home in Jericho, where he'd planned to weigh it down with plastic pallets so it sank and throw it into the ocean off his boat. But once he'd weighed it down,
He couldn't move
it had been
it.
too heavy to move.
Like an idiot.
So he had just stowed it in a crawl space under his house and left it there
When he
when he
moved.
sold the house in 1972.
Wow.
Well, because I'm sure he would have thought it will have decomposed.
Yeah.
There'll be nothing.
There'll be nothing
Although,
there.
Like, you can still identify. Maybe you can't
Yeah.
with just bones.
But he just left it.
Fucking hell.
That's insane.
Not my problem.
Even if
Yeah.
you were that much of a nutbag,
Yeah.
Yeah.
surely you don't just leave Like,
No, I reckon he's done that on purpose, thinking, well, she's been
It'll
dead for
never-
however many years. She will have decomposed. They won't be able to
Yes.
identify
Yeah.
her, and I don't want to
I don't-
touch it again and take it. It's
yeah.
not my
Yeah,
problem.
yeah.
They're
how
not
do I
going to
tell
think
my wife I'm putting this in the back
exactly.
of the
No,
And
yeah.
also, he'd go, I'm not in the house anymore, so it won't come back to
Won't
me.
come back to me. Yeah,
Yep,
yeah.
it's true. But this is not a story about Howard. It is a
Correct.
story about Reyna Marroquin.
Yes.
On September 14th, 1999, Oscar Corral had written an article for the New York Times about an unsolved case of a body in a barrel. He continued to follow the story and wrote a second article once Reyna had been identified and Howard named as the killer. After the discovery of Reyna's name and the closing of the case, Oscar was left with a feeling that there was unfinished business in Reyna's tale.
Oscar.
He used his next holiday and his own money to travel to El Salvador
Oh, my God.
to try and find Reyna's mother.
Oh, my
Oscar.
God.
He's good on your boy.
Yeah, good on you, boys.
He had been able to track down the town where Reyna was born from her social security number, and he was delighted when he found that Ercilia still lived in the town of San Martin.
Oh,
She collapsed into tears when Oscar told her that her daughter had finally been found. Once she found out how Reyna had died, she recalled to the reporter her dreams of Reyna being confined and unable to contact her.
oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
Reyna's family named her unborn son Angelico in memory of her mother's middle name, Angelica.
Oh,
Reyna and her baby were repatriated to El Salvador and buried in the family cemetery in 1999, almost 30 years after she'd first disappeared in New York. Her mother also died in 1999 at the age of 95, shortly after her daughter was finally
wow.
laid to rest.
Oh, wow. She's finally gone.
She's
I
finally
can go
gone.
now.
Yeah, I can go now.
Oh,
And that's the story of this beautiful girl,
oh.
Reyna Angelica Marroquin.
Oh my God, thank you for bringing us a
Wow.
photo. That's so lovely.
Stunning.
Oh, she's just
Yeah,
a baby.
yeah. Oh, wow.
God.
What a story.
What a
I can't believe I've
story.
never heard that before.
Well,
It's a-
that was amazing.
Yeah.
Thanks.
What a story.
I know.
Oh my
Terrible.
God.
So when did you find out about it? Like, what was the? Yeah, how did you find out about it?
We were on a trip just recently in the US, and one of my friends told me that he had seen a story about it on Instagram. Went back through and he'd saved it.
Oh, wow.
So we went back and found it, and then I read it, and then I was like, "Oh, this is really interesting."
Yeah.
And that's someone from El Salvador, which is where
Yes.
my wife's from, and like then I started looking into it and went, "Oh, yeah, no, this is a horrible story."
Oh,
Yeah.
How old was she again when she died?
Was she 27?
26.
26 or 27.
That
Yeah.
Only the good die young.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
You've done it again.
Boom! That was from the free throw line.
It should have been 2027. So, like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Awful.
And do you know how old Howard was? Do
He
you,
was 39 when
Older.
they met.
Yeah.
39 when they
Yeah.
met. Yeah.
So 30 years later, he was 70, let's
Yeah.
say.
Right.
And what a monster.
You're what a monster.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's just
disgraceful.
I can't believe that story is not more well known. Oh, here we go.
we
People
go.
are writing. I always say this, and people are like that's the most famous story of
We
all
all know
time.
that. Yeah.
Oh, that's just, thank you for bringing us that.
Yeah.
That story was amazing in the worst way, horrendous in
Yeah,
both ways.
yeah.
Of as we use the word
Harrowing.
Harrowing.
yeah,
Harrowing and
harrowing.
horrendous.
He
Can you tell us
listens. He
about
listens.
the novel that you're writing? Can you tell us about
sure.
this?
So, well, they say write about what you know, right?
Yeah.
They and obviously my first book was about my personal experience written from a diary, and I've always written a diary.
Yeah.
But how it started was we were in El Salvador, and one of my wife's aunties has a beautiful place on the estuary, right? So where the river meets
Beautiful.
the ocean. It's beautiful, quite remote. You have to get there by boat. You can't get there by land. It's on this little island, and it's in the middle of all these mangroves and stuff, right? And we were having a lovely afternoon, just being lazy, and her auntie came over and said, "It's time to go to the boat." And I'm like, "Oh, is it? Why is that, dear?" "I've organised a surprise for you," and it's
my
just
God,
that's
this
just how
sounds
she
so
talks.
scary.
Right? That's just how
Sounds really
she talks.
scary. Right.
But I'm like, just so you guys know, this is how my horror movie starts.
Yeah.
I'm on an isolated
Yeah. Being
property
taken to
on the
boat
estuary, getting taken into the mangroves on a boat, right?
in a remote area.
Yeah, and as you go into the mangroves, it just gets darker and weirder. And I was the only person on the boat that only spoke English. Everybody else spoke Spanish, right? They were talking, but the boat driver had this gruff voice and
Oh my God.
and I'm like, I might die today. Like,
Someone called
yeah.
Oscar is going to be writing
Yeah,
about me
right,
in
that's
30
right,
years. Yeah.
And I had my hand sort of in the water a little bit, and this little black crab crawled up onto my hand and bit me.
Oh.
And that was
Very nice.
No, I know, it was a bit rude. And basically that experience was the start of me writing a story about that happening to somebody, and then craziness continuing
Crabman.
there.
Crabman. I've heard of
Crabman.
it. Someone
Yeah.
gets
Crabman.
bitten by a crab and
Yeah,
then they
that's
get
right.
crab powers.
Yeah, that's
Crab
right.
powers.
Yeah.
It's in New York as
You
well,
just
isn't
walk
it?
It
sideways.
is. He just can't pick
just-
stuff up very easily.
His
he
superpower
walks
is that he
sideways.
walks
Walk sideways.
Yeah, that's
It's awesome, actually.
Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah,
really
and can't
cool.
pick stuff up because he doesn't.
Yeah, that's
He hasn't got
Great
thumbs
super-
anymore.
And can't
powers.
find love because as he tries to cuddle someone, they get hurt.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's a
beautiful
sad story.
So there's a
Sad story
few.
as well.
There's a few of my own experience, like the
Crab thing.
thing that I read. I don't want to talk about crabs.
I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that.
that part about how I described San Salvador and when I was flying in. So the thing about the weather, when I first went there, I was flying in separately. My wife had already gone there for a few weeks, and I was joining her, and we were coming in, and we came in through a monsoon.
God.
And I've never thought I would die on a plane, but I had that experience of the seatbelt actually holding me into my seat. Like I had lifted up out of my seat so far that the seatbelt grabbed me, right?
Oh.
So I'm sitting in a middle seat. I've got two older Salvadorian women on either side of me. We've had enough of a conversation where they've said to me that I've understood in English, why are you going to El Salvador? And I've said one of the few sentences that I know, mi esposa es salvadoreña, my wife's from El Salvador, and that was it. And then bang, this happens 3 times, bang, bang. And as it comes down the third time, I'm like, I've got my eyes closed and I'm like, everything's okay. Something's wrong with my hands.
Oh.
So I look to my left and I'm holding
crab
this
was
woman's
crawling up your- oh.
I'm holding this woman's hand. And I look to this side and I'm holding this woman's hand. And both of them look at me like, well, we're not letting go. And I'm like, well, I'm not letting go.
Yeah.
So we held hands until we landed. And then when I told Chris, she's like, oh yeah, sometimes it gets a bit rough. And that was it.
That's it.
Yeah. I didn't want to tell you. I didn't want to spoil the surprise. I'm like, right.
Spoil the surprise.
So I think I'm like in terms of the words you need for a novel, I'm probably 3/4 of the way through it.
Oh, wow.
I can help you write the bit about the sideways walking if you like.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's a good bit.
That'd be
actually.
awesome.
Is it
It's a bit good. Whatever's coming is
It's
going to be
coming.
good.
She's already done
Whatever's
it.
coming is going to be
She's
good, and I know.
if I
excited.
offer to help write Crabman, is that shellfish of me?
Hey, nice one. Nice one.
Thanks.
Wow.
Well, thank you for coming on the
you-
podcast.
Don't pinch my ideas.
Oh,
she's on fire.
I love it. Are you not making jokes because you don't eat seafood? Is that?
Yeah, that's right. I get offended. I don't want to talk about it.
He doesn't understand.
I don't want to talk about it.
Never eaten seafood. He doesn't get the joke.
I don't get the joke. I don't understand what you're talking about.
Oh dear.
Well, thank you so much for coming on and bringing a story,
Oh,
as
that
well.
was
Like, just such a
fantastic.
well-researched and great telling of that story. So thank you.
Thank you. It was an absolute
bringing us
pleasure.
a
Lovely to
treat
see
as
you
well.
again.
Oh, a proper
Yeah.
Thursday treat. I
Yeah.
think we should have some more rum chata.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
absolutely.
I love that. Thank you so much,
Thank
Wil.
you.
And if any of our beautiful listeners haven't heard Wil's personal
Yeah.
story as well, please go back and listen to
Thursday
I think
Treat
we
with
just
Wil
called it with Wil
Patterson.
Patterson.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's certainly one of our favourite episodes and one of yours as well.
Yeah,
Awesome.
absolutely.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.